Hey my babies, and how are you all doing? Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you are doing great. Hope everywhere marama, hope everywhere stewa. Welcome back babies. Guys, do not forget to subscribe and make sure your notification bell is steadily on while at it. Let's talk about the emotions in the house of late. Okay, let's talk about the how will I put it? The emotions. Actually, I think that's the right word. But before we start off, I'm just gonna leave this one for the last. I always leave the spicy gist for the last, so you just have to watch to the very end, okay, while we gist about this, and then you tell me your own take in all of this emotions and whatever that is going on in the house. So let me start off with that of Jojo. So Jojo was kind of in her feelings. Now the question is, was Jojo pulling up a prank, or she acting up, or whatever? So Jojo yesterday was like crying, she wanna go home and all of that. In fact, people were already saying, yes, I think Jojo needs to go home, because she has, if you look at her, you will see that she's actually doing things beyond her own principle just to fit in. She has actually started doing things she do not really like. That when you force yourself in doing things you don't like, you end up seeing that these things you're doing, is it what is just to fit in? That you feel like truly she needs to go home. It was trending yesterday and all of that. Not until she had her diary session and baby girl was dissecting the happenings in the house, especially with the men and their conference. She said she feel like the men are more in unity than the ladies, that the ladies are at loggerhead, like they are enemies of themselves, but the guys are actually more in unity, and they are actually having in their conference, they are always talking about the ladies, that she feels so. And you guys remember I asked you guys about Ezra and what's the other guy's name, Luzuko, what is going on with Jojo. So Jojo was even saying, in fact, Jojo gave Ezra's reign a 4/10. She said she doesn't know what is going on with those guys, that she doesn't know what they had discussed in their main conference, and then Ezra all of a sudden is having interest in her. Now you can see that this girl's head is in that game. So does it mean that, in fact, Biggie asked her after the conversation and after she dropped the hints, she said among the guys, the only person that is actually standing for the truth is Sweet Guluva. That Sweet Guluva does not belong in any clique or anything. He's the only one that could, stand firm to the truth. That was what he said. That among the guys is just Sweet Guluva. And then for a girl who actually Sweet Guluva saved and replaced, some people can actually retaliate. Even unnecessarily, you see they are lying, but you know that lying is because of retaliation. Just like some of you all hate this housemate because you're not standing them. You see them doing something good, but you will never affirm to it because you just don't like them. Now, that is where I give Jojo a huge thumbs up. You know why? Because some persons would have actually taken that save and replace so personal. She has never nominated Sweet Guluva. And yes, she's in the diary room still saying positive about him, saying that he's the only guy that is actually upright for now, that would actually stand for the truth, that is not in a clique or would be so biased or whatever. So I give her a huge thumbs up for that. And then it means that her head is in the game. When Biggie asked her, is there anything else you want to discuss with Big Brother? She said nothing, Biggie. And people were like, hey, they were expecting her to tell Biggie, Biggie, can I go home? I want to go home. How do I, She did not even say a thing as that. So now, does it mean she is crying to let the housemate feel like her head is not in the game? That is it. Like I will always say, see this game, these housemates are using their head. They're using their head. Let the best gamer win the game, the season. That's all I know. So this particular ask from Jojo has really got people talking. Okay, this person says, I am not a Jojo fan, but I am happy that she is aware of what the men are up to. And then Lungi says, can Ezra and Luzuko leave this girl Jojo Betuna? There are many girls who would love to be friends with them in that house. Jojo is not interested. Okay, it's not even about her being interested. It's also good. I feel like I like it that she's playing along. All the hugging, all the smooches and all of that is just her playing along, but she knows that the game is the game. Because even those guys you're saying they should try someone else, their head is intact. Liema for Life says, despite Sweet Guluva replacing Jojo with her girl, Ashley, I have never heard Jojo talking ill of him. I rate my girl so bad. Her maturity is up there. It's not about maturity, it's about personality. That's what I feel. Because see, this maturity is not about even age of a thing, you know. Faith says this Jojo was faking that she wanted to leave. Jojo says sweet Guluva stands for the truth. As Big Brother viewers, we agree with Jojo. Nkabi Jackson doesn't associate with nonsense. So people are reacting to what Jojo had said in the diary room about sweet Guluva, and they are like, wow, this girl, your head is intact. Okay, Lerato MK says if Jojo decides to leave, whatever happens Sunday, Philile and Google should also leave. Both of them should leave. Not one, please. We will balance the equation towards the end of the show. Now, guys, I don't know. Yeah, people are really taking this thing personally. At this point, the way production is to the viewers, I wouldn't be surprised if come Sunday, people will say, oh yeah, Philile and Google, please start going, because the trend right now, see, this person says the difference between Philile and I is that I am watching from home and she is watching them face to face. I could not stop laughing with the trend. To the extent Philile was trending. And I'm like, why? Wow, this cam baby is trending. Not knowing that it's just mockery and they've been making jest of her. Wahala be like bicycle indeed though. And then baby says, Philile has the face, body, good heart, but zero personality. And it sucks. Shame. She had potential. But what do you mean by zero personality? Is it because she's not loud? Hmm? Is that what you mean? Okay, and then Ohemar says, not Philile saying in her intro video that she will set the house on fire. God I beg, oh, which house? The one she's going to on Sunday. So they said whatever Philile said on her intro is not equating to whatever is going on in the house right now. That everything is just not given from her end, you know. So this dude also, his diary session is also, you know, staring brows. People are talking about it. They feel like you know, his head is also intact, just like they were saying about Jojo. You know, he also feel like the men, he says some things about the men, you know, how the men are actually not in uniform. They just pretend to be in uniform, but they are not necessarily in uniform. You know, what I mean uniform, like in unity, just like, you know, people feel like the men are always together having this conference, but at the same time, they got nobody's back. This person says, just finished listening to BK's diary session, and all I can say is BK is very observant, focused, and Biggie likes his diary session. That was a blast. And then BK's handler posted and says, BK's view on the men conference, I am quite a calculated person, so the men's conference is very pretentious. A lot of gents are playing the game with emotions. Everyone wants to be a king. I am more of a silent assassin, learning more about each individual. BK, why the babies? You know, so they are hyping him with his observation and seeing that the men are truly not for each other. Okay, this person says, son of the sun. Okay, BK is never unlucky. Production wants to tag him with the narrative of being a furniture by giving him less screen time, but you can't hide a star for long. BK will always be amongst the conversation. Anyways, this has been going on, and he also said something about Mshini. He said most of the guys wants one person, which is Mshini, and I never knew. You know, Siliwe says, Mshini, the hot cake. That laughter though, BK. This was the part where he said most of the guys want Mshini. And I've tried to check. I think the guys who want Mshini, is not himself and Uyanda. Just like Jojo is for Luzuko and who again? There are two now that I mentioned previously. Luzuko and Ezra. Yeah. Anyways, they are in the house and they know what they see there. LFC says that time it's only him and Uyanda. So you see what I just said. People are even saying that it's just you and Uyanda. Which one is many guys want Mshini? But it may seem as though BK truly like Mshini. Like, this is a girl I said that he actually had interest in. And then Mercy Adams says, Mshini says some people are just here for a relationship. Yena, she is here for the money. Philile says she is also here for the money. Whoever do not get into a ship would find one thing to say and say they are not in for a relationship. Not like if the relationship they wanted hadn't worked for them, they would not take it though. You see? And it's so funny how these people actually, you know, display this double standard of a thing. You just claim like, oh no, you don't send all this thing because you could not get it. That is just the truth. Last, everybody could do all right. Anyway, Truth Icon says, for someone that wanted to poo-poo in the fridge, stealing a G-string will be nothing to her. Mshini might be right about who took her. drawers. So because Mshini was complaining looking for her inner wear, and then she had mentioned Ashley and I think Jojo or something like that who took it, and then fans feel like Mshini has really trying to get to Ashley so bad. The cutest Kimi says, I bet you her beef is not with Ashley, is how she wanted sweets and the guy paid her dust. Now she's obsessed. You can have him please. Free Ashley's name 3D. And then this person says, Ashley again. Yo, such a bitter babe. Be like her storyline is Ashley. If not that Ashley can be extreme, I really want her to cook this 3D obsessed speaking for me, but I don't want disqualification. And then she also says, imagine wasting such a face card your season because you decided to focus on on okay, focus your game on being obsessed with Ashley. All of this is for Mshini. You know, they feel like she's so obsessed with Ashley and that is just too much at this point. And they're talking about that. Let's talk about the emotional part of Ashley. And Ashley felt so emotional, like she was really crying, yesterday. And that really stirred brows on the social space, and oh yeah, then KB was still in the house because she planted kisses on her forehead because these are the people she has said makes the house uncomfortable for her, because that was her reason with her nomination. She said Mshini and KB, they make the house uncomfortable for her. Now she is crying because I think she feel like, when that situation whereby people are pushing you to the wall, and then when you react you can actually act out of board, and you're trying to hold back, and most of the times you're holding back, it's actually affecting you because you're holding back. You need to release that thing out and react. So I feel like she's just going through it as at that moment. And JI says, we know the strike is making her walk in eggshells and not express as much as she would love to, but you can only be proud of her for learning to hold back at these times. We are with her in tears and in laughter. The thing is, her fans have actually seen her display just this few weeks, and they've understand her kind of person. And at this point, they are like, I beg, she should not display. She should just be watching like film. She should not even react. But do you think it's easy not to just react all day long, all weeks long? You think it's easy? Anyways, let's see how much Ashley would hold on for. Let's just see how long. Guys, what do you think about all of this we've discussed right here? Because I'm leaving the rest for you guys in the comment section. And please do not forget to like and share while you just with me, okay? Let's operate, baby. Bye-bye.